Why is it so hard to get a GP appointment? You've probably experienced this. It's 8 a.m. You pick up your phone. You dial your GP surgery. Engaged. You redial. Again and again. By the time you finally get through, you're told there are no appointments left, and it feels frustrating. It feels like no one is picking up, like the system isn't working, like you're being shut out. So let's talk about what's actually happening. At most GP surgeries, appointments are released at the start of the day. That means hundreds of patients, sometimes more, are all trying to get through at the same time. Not throughout the day, not spread out, all at once. So what you're experiencing isn't one person not answering the phone. It's hundreds of people calling at the exact same moment. General practice handles around 90% of NHS patient contact. That's the majority of healthcare in this country, managed in GP surgeries. But the number of GPs hasn't kept up with demand. So what happens? More patients, more complex conditions, same or fewer clinicians. And the result is pressure. Let's look at this from your side. You're unwell. You're worried. You've finally built up the energy to call. And now you're stuck in a queue or hitting redial again and again. By the time you get through, you're already frustrated. And when you hear no appointments left, it can feel personal. Like you weren't prioritized. Like you weren't heard. And that feeling matters. Now let me take you inside the other side of that phone line. At 8 a.m., the phone's open. Within minutes, the call queue fills. Reception staff are answering as fast as they can, often dealing with distressed, unwell, or frustrated patients. At the same time, GPs are already reviewing urgent cases, checking results, responding to hospital letters, and preparing for a full day of clinics. And those appointments? They're not unlimited. Once they're gone, they're gone. Not because someone is holding them back, but because the capacity has been reached. So the issue isn't that people aren't picking up the phone. And it's not that GPs don't want to see patients. The real issue is this: demand is higher than capacity. More people need care than the system can safely deliver at one time. And this is the part that's hard to say. Even if every GP worked faster, even if every phone was answered instantly, there would still not be enough appointments for everyone who calls at 8 a.m. This isn't about blaming patients, but understanding the system can help navigate it. If your issue is urgent, say so clearly. If it's routine, consider booking ahead where possible. Use online systems if available. And if you're unsure, ask the receptionist for guidance. They are there to help, not block. The system can feel impersonal, but behind it there are people trying to manage risk, prioritize safely, and care for as many patients as possible, even when it doesn't feel that way. This is the diary of a UK GP, and if you've ever sat there at 8 a.m. pressing redial again and again, you're not alone. Let's keep talking. Subscribe. Follow the series. I'll see you in the next episode.